refrain just keeps going over and over, don't it? It has been a long time since I shot you with a fart gun. No, it's been a long time since I've done a video on here. I've had a few folks text me. I had a few folks message me on Facebook asking why I've not been doing videos lately. Well, I'm going to back way up, and this one is just going on YouTube. It's for family and friends. I'll start doing the Rumble stuff again later, just not today. My wife just left the office. We do things out here to make extra money, and she was helping me do that. For about a month and a half, maybe 2 months, we were down to one vehicle, my son Brandon's Chevy Impala, his hot rod. And that was what we had. My son Nick's Suburban. It starts, it runs, but you can't really drive it. And he's not willing to put money into it right now, and I don't blame him. You know, money is it's tight, folks. It really is. That's why, even though Linda and I are retired, we're out here working to make extra money. That's what we do. To make a long story short, I've talked about my van being down on here quite a bit, and I've talked about Linda's pickup being down on here quite a bit. I have spent a young fortune getting both repaired. I have a younger son that's a mechanic, more or less, and on those two vehicles, a lot less than more. I was out hundreds of dollars, you might say thousands, to get it done. But it's no fault of his. Linda's pickup is a newer truck, and you really have to understand newer electronic technology to deal with that. My van's old, 1994, but it's got 120,000 miles on it. Well, 128,000. There's only one way you can time my van, and you have to go off the #1 spark plug, line it up, and my son tried it off the #8 spark plug. It didn't work. So I took it to a good friend of mine, Kevin Holden, that has Murray County Tire and Auto, and he fixed it. He doesn't think he fixed it good enough. He did. There's a glitch in it, but it runs just fine. My son Nick and I have been driving it all over the place. I've taken it to Ardmore twice, Ada twice, Church 2 or 3 times, and Springer. It runs just fine. It is more than good enough for what I want and what I need. I didn't buy it to use to travel. I bought it to do research into things that go bump in the night. And over there against the wall where some of my guitars are hanging, there is a chest that has that equipment. I'm not going to do a run through on it today or tomorrow, maybe Monday or Tuesday. I'm tired. I've been ill. There's weather moving in. I've been shot a few times, stabbed a few times. My son's had a bullet go through him in 4 different places, and he's got similar issues, my son Nick, so he understands the pain I deal with. He has it too. But that's what the van's for, is research into weird stuff. I've got a lot of sophisticated equipment we're going to use to research that. Now, Linda's pickup. It's set for 1.5 years. It was a thorn in my side. I even considered at one time selling it for a few $100, even though it's a late model truck and worth about, if I were going to guess, probably realistically about $12,000 to $14,000 right now. And my grandson-in-law, let's put it that way, my granddaughter Aurora's fiance, Austin Walker, a kid that her daddy Nick and I love an awful lot. Austin's sterling people. He came out on Christmas Day. They brought presents for the little kids and Aurora's brothers, and he got out there. Nick called him up. They started to pick up, or tried to, and then Austin figured out what was wrong with it, and in 20 minutes that boy had that truck running really nice. We've been driving it all over the place. Yesterday, I guess it was, yeah, it was yesterday, Nick and I went to the bank, got some money. We went to Carl's Jr. and had I had biscuits and gravy, and it was not good. It was the best way I can describe that. But anyway, we came back to Davis, Oklahoma to see if the tag agency was open, because I pay my insurance there and their tag agency, and I'm not denigrating those folks at all. They're both actually good friends of mine. It's just they took Christmas off. Hey, if you can do it, do it. But, long story short, that didn't work out, so I had Nick take me back by the bank so I could put money into one of my accounts. Did that, and got a hold of American Farmers and Ranchers, who I have insurance with, and added Linda's pickup back to the insurance policy. It took about 5-6 hours to get everything done, because the tag office in Sulphur, Bates Tag Office, was open, but they had to have absolute verification from the insurance company that the truck was insured, and they would not just take my word for it. Well, I had a really nice lady named Danica Stewart helped me immensely. I'm eternally grateful to her. We got it straightened out and got the year overdue tag on the truck brought up to date, and then came home and put it on there. And then Nick and I went and we used the truck to get fuel and go to Walmart, ran it through a good car wash in Sulphur, all the above. And tomorrow he and I will be taking it to church. He'll be driving. It's nice having someone drive for a change. But we did all that, and it was all good. We got the truck running, looking nice, and Nick's going to be using it to go back and forth to work. I love my old van. I love tooling around in it, and if I don't have to travel, I don't, and if I have to travel long distance, it will be in my van. But anyway, the long and short of all this is that is what has been taking place, and it's been taking place for about a month now. I've been so busy I couldn't look up. People think just because I'm quote-unquote retired that I'm not busy. Folks, I'm busier now than I've ever been, and that is a fact. Linda's waiting for me in the house, and I'll go in there in a little bit, and we'll sit and we'll watch the Idiot Box for a bit. I'm having some health issues on top of everything else, and they're new health issues compounded by the old ones already have. But anyway, one of my oldest and dearest friends, Monty Jones, called me today. I was actually driving my wife's pickup headed to Walmart, And he told me to give her hugs because she deserved it putting up with me all these years. And he's right, she does. I'm a bit of a rascal. I try not to be in my old age, I really do, but I am a bit of a rascal. And I've had an illustrious life. I've had an unbelievable life. I had someone ask me the other night in private message, how can I have done all the things I claim to have done? You know, well, I'm in my 70s for one thing, and number two, I used to sleep 2 or 3 hours a night maximum lay down time. And it was due to being super busy, and also due I couldn't lay down any more than that. Now I get some sleep, and but I've been at it most of my life. My brother Christopher and I discussed that, you know. And I have a lot of Christophers in my life. My good friend Christopher D. Kimball out of Florida is a good friend. And I'll be glad when he's retired so he and I can meet up and do stuff. My brother's name is Christopher. I have a son named Christopher. And I've got a few friends named Chris. It's weird how all that works. But I've sat back literally and watched the world go by in the last short while. And I observe how people act toward one another. And the tension created by this political crap we've been going through, this political turmoil, is palpable. It's like you can taste it, you can feel it. But it's there, and it is real. And the thing is, it's pitted American against American, and that should never happen. I know that there's a lot of hate mongering going on right now. I do not wish to participate in that. I won't participate in that. There's no sense in it. But it is taking place, and I encourage you not to participate in it either. I encourage you to go ahead and, like the sign says up there, be kind. We all need to be kind. Let me see what that is up there. Okay, it's like a, oh, I know what that is. That's a little icon on my monitor right there, my camera screen. This camera, I bought it from a friend of mine, and as a joke, they programmed it in Portuguese. These little Sonys you can, and I don't speak Portuguese, I speak Spanish some, and so it's easy to understand what it's saying, but it's kind of a weird deal. But like the sign up there says, you can't go wrong being kind to other people. You really can't. I miss being around a lot of my family. I miss a lot of my deceased family. I miss a lot of my deceased friends. I think about them often. Linda and I had a discussion, and I never should have lived this long for all the things I've been involved in the natural, but she said, yes, you should, because God still got you here. And that's true. So in my remaining years, year, months, whatever time I've got left, what I really want to do is see what I can do to be a blessing to other people, everyone, not just friends and family. You know, I observed something yesterday. There's a real short guy with long hair with a Mad Hatter hat on. It's like a stovepipe hat, but wider at the top. And he had long gray hair or white hair, but in two foxtails with it blue with black tips. And that was his hair, I think, that he had dyed. And he was strolling along with his wife. And Nick told me about him. He used to work for the city, but he spoke fondly of him. But the guy marches to the beat of his own drummer. And really, that's what all of us do, but what we should do is try to march to the beat that God has us and wants us to march to. It's a far easier thing to say than to do. It really is. Well, guys and gals and all you that are watching this, know that this crazy, crippled, fat, ugly old man loves you. I do. And I pray for everybody a lot. My good friend Monty said he'd been praying for my son Brandon. I'm not at liberty to go into what's going on there, but it is intense. And we appreciate the prayers, Monty, if you see this. Well, got to get off of here and upload this. And if I can't upload it in here, I'll have to do it in my bedroom. I've got a program written down that a good friend of mine from church, Charles Brady, told me about, and I haven't even taken the time to do it. So after I get this uploaded out here, I'm going to leave this computer on and have it upload on it, and then I'm going to do the one in the house. Guys, I love you, but Jesus loves you more. He does. He loves us more than anybody could possibly imagine. So try to do good. Try to stay out of trouble. And like the sign up there says, be kind. You can't go wrong being kind. Bye.